Have you ever engaged in a serious debate over which is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played Smash or Pass using only characters from Star Wars and Marvel movies? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have the podcast for you. Listen to The Steam Gentleman, the podcast where an expert panel convenes to ask the questions about pop culture and social commentary that other podcasts are afraid to ask. Listen to The Steam Gentleman on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling Fans International Association is back. That's right, the premier fan club association of the 1970s and 1980s has been revived and is back in business. Join today. It's free at thewfia.org. That's THEWFIA.org. You can also join us on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/WFIA 1969. Welcome back once again, fans and friends, to the 1987 Supermod. I am your host, Brad Drake, and this is once again the World Wrestling Association. It's Tuesday, everybody. We're in week 3 of February 1988, and it is time for another Tyndall Armory show. Yeah! All right, let's check our absent workers. The only one missing is Billy Bart, who very rarely misses our shows, but he's worked for World Class tonight. And we got some issues here with Kelly Kiniski and Fred Curry. Fred Curry has had enough of Kelly Kiniski's crap. He's got to buy his travel partner meals. So that means Kelly Kiniski is paying for his own brother's meals. Fred Curry has had enough of this nonsense. And here we have some protege work going on with El Bracero and Jumpin' Joe Williams. I don't think that's really his name, but I'm calling him Jumpin' Joe Williams. All right, everybody, let's take a look at our card. We got to get some opponents for some people here. So we head on over to the local workers. All right, Chris Bassett can do some work for us. We will feed Chris Bassett and the Patriot to the Nasty Boys. No, that's not the Del Wilkes, the Patriot. So here we go. We have Chris Bassett. Next one down, sorry. Chris Bassett and Patriot versus the Nasty Boys. Bassett, I think, has 2 T's. You make that adjustment, otherwise it's going to irritate me. And let's find an opponent for El Bracero. Let's put Rooster Griffin in there. Rooster Griffin, for those of you that don't know, was with the WWA for years as a manager and a wrestler. Tall, slim guy. Somewhat entertaining. We do not have him on the permanent roster here, but we do use him for these shows out of the Tyndall Armory. So there we go, everybody. Let's give our card a complete rundown here. We have an 8-match card. Rooster Griffin is going to battle El Bracero. Chris Bassett and the Patriot are going to face the Nasty Boys. Executioner number 2 is going to be in singles action against Ron Powers. The Strong Brothers are going to battle Muhammad and Wildman. This is the second time these two are going to meet. Nick Kiniski is going to face Terry Taylor. Calypso Jim is going to finish up his short feud here with Boris Zhukov, if we choose to finish it up. The Super Samoans will battle Dick the Bruiser and Rick Sampson in our semi-main. And then our main event, everybody, we are going to see David Schultz challenge Scott Rechsteiner for the World Heavyweight title. Yeah! All right, everybody, let's get to booking. All right, Griffin versus El Bracero in the opener. And here we go. Rooster Griffin against El Bracero. And El Bracero, of course, is going to get the victory here, everybody. Solid hand, long time wrestler in the WWA, and overall good guy. All right, Bassett and the Patriot are against the Nasty Boys here. And here we go. Here is Chris Bassett. Here is the Patriot. And here are the Nasty Boys. And they are a nasty combination, a good fit for the WWA where they like brawlers. Knobs with the win. All right, on to our first bout here. Well, it's our third bout, but our first real bout. Executioner number 2 against Ron Powers. Ron Powers is used to doing squash matches. And we, of course, have high hopes for Ron Powers. He wins all the time. And of course, this time is not going to be any different. Ron Powers is going to get the victory here over Executioner number 2. Up next, we have the Strong Brothers against Muhammad and Wildman. And they are in a mini feud here. This match is going to go 14 or 12. Let's double check that one. It's going to go 12. And here we go. The Strong Brothers versus Muhammad and Wildman. We can auto name this one. And let's double check to see who won the last match when these two locked horns. And it looks like we're back going a couple weeks ago. So we are going to have the Strong Brothers get the win this time around, everybody. And that will set us up for a rubber match. So why don't we plug that in right away? So here we go. The Strong Brothers versus Muhammad and Wildman 3. There we go. All right, Nick Kiniski and Terry Taylor. This should be a very technically sound match here, as both these wrestlers could really go. All right, here is Nick Kiniski. And here is Terry Taylor. And Nick Kiniski, of course, is going to do the favor here for Terry Taylor, as Terry Taylor is on a wrecking ball pace here in the WWA and is one of our top guys. Calypso Jim and Boris Zhukov are up next here, 16 minutes. And Calypso Jim, of course, is the son of Bobo Brazil. He would also go by Bobo Brazil Jr., but not here in the WWA where he wanted to stand out on his own name. He, of course, is going to climb in the ring here with Boris Zhukov. And let's check out the matches between these two. So we'll go with WWA. And we'll go also involving Calypso Jim. And looks like we have to go to Bobo Brazil Jr. Here we go. All right. So they went to a draw, a double countout. Zhukov got the win over Calypso Jim. So here we are going to have Calypso Jim get the victory over Zhukov, but by DQ. That does the trick for us. All right, up next here, we have the Super Samoans, Dick the Bruiser and Rick Sampson. They're going to go 18. A lot of beef in the ring here, everybody. Here's Dick the Bruiser and Rick Sampson. We can auto name this one. Now, let's check for if these two have wrestled recently and I just didn't mark it down. So let's have Great Coquina. And he is not under the Great Coquina. Let's see if he's under Great Coquina. Great Goliath. Wonderful. All right, let's see if he's under Coquina. If he's not, I'm going to quit. He's probably under Yokozuna. No, he's under his name, Rodney Anoya. Or however that last name is. I don't mean to disrespect the last name. I'm just ignorant in how to pronounce it. There he is. All right. Okay. So these two have not wrestled. So we got a fresh match here. So we are going to have this one go to a draw. And we're going to have it as a double count out. We will have Wilbur Snyder. All right. So we can set this one up for 2 weeks. So we will have Super Samoans versus Dick the Bruiser and Rick Sampson 2. Another little mini feud here, everybody. You see how that works? It's booking 101, everybody. All right, here comes our big main event here, which is Schultz versus Rechsteiner. Scott Rechsteiner, also known as Scott Steiner, is the reigning and defending heavyweight champion of the world here, everybody. And here is Scott Rechsteiner himself. There was David Schultz. Now, let's check these two out and see where they stand. WWA. I do not like the fact that Scott Rechsteiner is working for another company and taking losses. I don't like it at all. It may lead to a rift between us here. All right, so David Schultz has won by countout twice against Scott Rechsteiner. All right, so Scott Rechsteiner is going to get the win here, but it's going to come by DQ. Now, I know this is 3 screwjob matches in a row, but the fans of Tyndall Armory aren't going to mind. They're used to mayhem with the AWA. So that's no problem. And this will be our main event once again here. Now we're going to milk this one. Check this out, everybody. I'll show you how it's done here. So this one will be 43, 44, 45. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not going to give that money match for another month here. That's how you do it, everybody. That's how you string them along. David Schultz versus Scott Rechsteiner. 3. Big money. All right, so this will be March, week 3. March, week 4. And April, week 1. All right, there we go. Okay, so we're ready to rock and roll and hoochie coo here, everybody. So we're going to start the show. All right, Rooster, Griffin, and El Bracero. El Bracero, of course, gets through with that top rope body block. 57 for that opener. The Nasty Boys get the win over Bassett and Patriot with that double DDT. The Nasty Boys are a good fit here for the WWA. I like this. All right, execution number 2 and Ron Powers. And big Ron Powers gets a big win here over execution number 2 with that power bomb hold. Good stuff. No doubt about it. All right, Muhammad and Wildman take the loss to the Strong Brothers. 59 overall. And Lance Strong is just getting very difficult to get over here, and I don't know why. He's won a lot of matches. All right, up next here, we have Nick Kiniski and Terry Taylor. We got ourselves a good technical match here. Terry Taylor wins with that figure 4 leg lock. 69 overall for these two. Good stuff. And we have Zhukov and Calypso Jim. And Calypso Jim gets that win by DQ. 68 overall. Good stuff. Up next here, we have the Super Samoans and Dick the Bruiser and Rick Sampson. Of course, this one goes to a double count out. 57 overall. What a nice little mini feud to start up. And here we go. A nice main event here of Schultz and Rechsteiner. 78 overall. And Scott Rechsteiner once again defends that title when he beats Schultz by disqualification. Inexperience, stamina, fair enough. We're going to finish this one up, everybody. 76 overall. Outstanding score for a show for the WWA. And we're going to finish this one up. It's going to take us back to the main event. We can take the colors off that show. Get ourselves prepped for next week's show. And of course, we got some television tapings coming up too. And we've got some good stuff across the board here. Let's see if the game world has loaded. It has not, but it should momentarily here. And there it goes. All right, let's check our incoming. And Glow is in financial trouble. And of course, Glow really was in financial trouble quite a bit. All right, so that is going to do it for us, everybody, here for this one. And we'll be back again with television tapings next time we have a show with the WWA. Of course, our next episode of this show will be on the World Wrestling Federation as we continue that save. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And as always, make sure you check out Patreon, patreon.com/PowerCast Network. For just $5, the price of a cup of coffee, everybody, you can get yourself access to all of our shows early and YouTube ad-free. You can also get access to all of our spreadsheets. You get access to version 10.1 of the Supermod and all the rights and privileges that come with it. You'll also get a free membership to Wrestling Fans International Association. All this and so much more, everybody. Patreon.com/PowerCast Network. Don't forget, you can find us on social media, Facebook.com/group/1987 Supermod. You can also find us over on Reddit under the subreddit of TEW 2020 Friends. And also, we are on Discord under 1987 Supermod. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time.